Hello. So I am going to start over with the past life regression that I was describing in part 3 that got cut off. In case you're just starting with this one, you won't get half a story. I also have changed the title to meditation stories here instead of how meditation blah, 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 and blah, 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 because I just think it'll be more fun going forward and more clear. So this happened within the first 2 weeks of what I guess I would call an awakening, where I think I was aided through my quest to learn about my guidance, to begin a healing journey. I think that my frequency or vibration, or however you want to call it, was raised in order to have these healing experiences, and it was a pretty magical couple of weeks. So this is the second spontaneous past life regression that I had in order to release trauma and become lighter so that I could make major changes in my life that needed to be made. I could give up addiction and get out of a depression and move forward. So first thing I see, so I will say, so when a past life regression or releasing trauma is what the name of the game is in a meditation, when that's what's being offered up to happen, I can tell because I start to have spontaneous body movements, especially for me, facial contortions. I must look totally insane when I'm meditating. My face is making all kinds of faces. Probably like when you're crying, how your face does that. That's happening without crying. It's probably what it looks like. I don't know. When it first started happening, I'd never experienced anything like it. And I was like, what is going on? But since then, sometimes my arms will move, my feet will move. Like, depends on where your trauma is stored, maybe. It's my guess. So I see a young man, probably like mid to late teens, kind of a big, strong guy, ruddy, maybe not too handsome, kind of blondish, sweaty, maybe pimply. I don't know. That's the feeling I get when I'm looking back at this scene in my memory. And he's on a farm, and it's like just oppressive is the feeling of the scene. Sunlight is relentless, and I have a knowledge that his dad is a real jerk. At least he thinks so. And he really just cannot wait to get out of the farm. The next scene I see is in a whorehouse. And that's what I think. I mean, yeah, whatever you think is what you're experiencing. That's how I've learned that these abilities, like intuition and psychic stuff it's like, why do you think that? Because that's what is happening. So he is creeping on this woman who doesn't know he's watching, and I feel in my body now, I feel how beautiful he thinks she is, but he doesn't make a move and he doesn't let himself be known. He just watches from the dark at someone that he thinks is so beautiful, and it's kind of sad. And then the next scene I see is him in a bar, and he's drunk, and this group of men are beating him to death. So in my meditative state in this life, I am feeling this. Now, I did not have that experience with the last one where the woman jumped off the cliff. I wasn't experiencing any physical things like about falling or dying like that or jumping. I just knew that that's what happened to her. This time, I kind of go through a long, I think that's the releasing. I mean, that was very traumatizing death. And so I'm laying there in my meditative state, kind of having a lot of scary pressure in my throat, and my face is contorting like crazy, and it goes on for a while, and then it releases, and I'm in a more peaceful space. And me as myself now, I kind of feel called to ask, what is the point of that? Like, what was he supposed to learn? Like, why did that happen? And the answer I got was that he didn't love or value himself at all.